Hi, I'm trying this again. I have a new twisty little holder that as I tried to move it to do what I wanted it to, it fell off. So we'll try this again. I'm Anna Mariah from Gemstone Alchemy, and I was on a call with, or a scope with Allison Donnelly this morning, who, by the way, absolutely rocks. And she was talking about something I was thinking about this morning, which was how to overcome your fears and to move through it. And it's so easy to get stuck in that fear and not know what to do. And go back to her scope and watch the replay, because she has some excellent ideas for some techniques. But what I do is I specialize in gemstones to help support you and move you through your own stuff. And I will say, hi everybody. I'm so glad you're joining me because this is really fun. And I'm not really good at being able to do things, talk, and greet everybody and read your names all at the same time. So good morning, I love you. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm sorry my light's being a little weird, because what I thought was that I would show you some of the jewelry I'm actually working on. Because I woke up this morning picturing this absolutely stunning agate dragon. And dragons, of course, are a great way to get into your fierceness. But agate also is one of my absolutely favorite stones of all times, because one of the things that happens when you're fearful is you get ungrounded. And agate is a great grounding stone. But the other thing that it does is it really strengthens your energy and helps you move through fear in a very powerful way. And that's one of the things we love. And the other cool thing about this whole process is that when you're wearing gemstones, you not only have gems that are supporting you, but you also have something that is beautiful and just feels good to have on your body. And I don't know about you, but when I know I look fabulous, I feel more courageous and centered as also. Hi, one person, and Born Too Sweet, hi. I think I've seen you before, haven't I? So, I am trying to make a piece of jewelry and talk and read my board, so please forgive me if I seem a little vague or non-responsive, because I am glad you're here. But what I was saying is that, you know, through our lives, as we stretch and grow and step more into our purpose and what we do, we bump up against our own fears. And a lot of times that, Julie, hi, I thought so. I recognize the name. But we step into our own fears, and especially when we're really stepping into our purpose. I mean, that really brings it up. Here's what I'm working on. Okay, I'm adding some carnelian in here because carnelian is a fabulous stone for taking action. And so what we want to do is we not only want to get past our fear, but we want to get into the action mode where we're able to take that next step forward. And that's one of the things that gemstones can really help with. And agate's especially good for that because it helps you ground you, but it also just centers you in your own self. And the other thing that's really amazing about agate is it comes in so many colors. And each color will correspond with different chakras. So if you really want to get into, you know, a space of creativity and moving from your center, I especially like the orangey colors because it moves from a very deep place in who you are. And recently I've been taking a class on purples for marketing. And boy, has that brought up some fears, because the whole idea is to really get clear on what your purpose is and what you're doing with people. And the thing that came up for me is that when I work with people with the gemstones, I awaken them on a very deeper level to who they are and what their wholeness is and their purpose. And as soon as that came up, I was like, wow, that's a big statement. Can I do that? You know, and that's one of those things that I think pops up a lot, at least it does for me, is that, well, who am I to say something so huge and just so big. It just feels like such a gigantic statement. And I can actually hear my mother saying, "And who do you think you are, little lady?" So if you ever feel like that, reach for some gemstones. Move through your stuff and say, "Hey, I know who I am, and I know I'm absolutely fabulous." And then reach for a gemstone that really makes you feel that as well. I have a friend who wrote a treatise called Roar. Her name is Cynthia Longley. And that is so beautiful because it's all about really stepping up and saying, "Hey, I'm not going to be little anymore. I'm going to jump in and be my full self." And that's truly awesome. I'm sorry. I'm trying to concentrate and put this tiny little piece of sunstone in this necklace. I love sunstone. It actually comes from Oregon. Hi, Truckin' Chris. Glad to have you here. But the problem with it is, and some other fine stones, is that they have tweensy little holes and they don't fit on my wire very well. But sunstone is another one that works very well with agate or in anything that's really trying to help you feel focused and centered, because sunstone is a connection to the central sun. And it's got little teeny, I don't know if you can see this, but it's got tiny little flecks in it that to me have an ability to actually awaken your energy in some really juicy, awesome ways. And I'm so happy I just found these carnelian stones that I was looking for this morning and couldn't find, and so they must have been under something. But, okay, I haven't figured out how to turn this yet and have you see things without having it really weird. But there's some absolutely beautiful carnelians that have just a little bit of a twist to it. And there's something about stones with a twist that really adds something extra special sometimes. And I think it feels like it's just a little bit of a flow. So do you have any questions? Anything that you really want to know about gemstones, or especially about working through fear and stepping into the depth of your purpose? And if you don't think you have a purpose, think again. We're all here for a reason. We just don't always know it. Sometimes some of us don't know it until we're in our 50s. I didn't start working with gemstones until I was 55. And for me, that was quite a surprise and a giant revelation. I had no idea I had a talent with stones. I just knew that I loved them and always had. But discovering that I had an ability to make things that actually shifted and transformed people's energy just completely blew me away. The first piece I ever sold was to a woman I had just met who followed me home from a party because she liked what I'd been wearing. And I'm showing off this little gemstone necklace. God, I'm sorry, it's bopping all over. Hopefully you can see that dragon. This is a beautiful hand-carved piece of agate. And then I'm adding it together with carnelian and a little tiny bit of fire agate and sunstone. All this is put together in order to really help you step into your powers and go past your fear and get into action. It's one thing, you get past your fear, but if you can't move into action mode, then you're still not going anywhere. And what we really want is we want to step through that fear and then step fully into who we are. Because you know what? That's what makes life really rewarding. It makes it exciting. And sometimes, yeah, it makes it scary as hell. And, hi, Be Your Own Boss Slick, or Be Your Own Boss LLC. I'm sorry. So, welcome. It's Anna Maria from Gemstone Alchemy, and I am a gemstone alchemist, which what that means, in case you don't know, because I kind of made it up, it means that I feel and work with the energy of the stones, because what I've discovered is that gemstones put together in specific ways and combinations take on very different properties. And the beauty is in what happens when you put it on, is because it shifts your energy into helping you awake to the fullness of who you really are. So I know I have at least one person still here. So do you have any questions? And now there's nobody. Oh dear. Oh well, I think I need to announce my things a little sooner. But anyway, so my message for today is step into the fullness of yourself, love the world. And the really cool thing is when you really step into your purpose and step up and be that, you're giving the whole world a gift. So give the world the gift that you are, the beauty that you are, and enhance your beauty with a few gemstones. Actually, a lot of gemstones. I think they're fabulous. And this is my little dragon to really help you step into that magical, mystical, action-oriented self. So take care. Have an absolutely bodacious day, and I love you.